Hi, I'm Avery Davidson.
And I'm Kristen Oaks-White. Thank you for joining us for This Week in Louisiana Agriculture. Well, 2025 was a tough year for farmers and ranchers. Input costs continued to soar, while commodity prices have remained stagnant. Cap it off with the longest government shutdown in history, and you have a bleak time for agriculture.
Despite the hardships, the food still grows, and the work must be done to feed our state. We look back at 2025's challenges and the people who rose to meet them.
Most farmers are happy to close the book on 2025. The year will be remembered for its high input costs on essential farm needs like fuel, fertilizer, and seed, all while commodity markets failed to keep pace.
Well, 2024 into 2025 certainly presented a lot of challenges for agricultural producers in the state. Tight margins were a major concern at the beginning of the year, and really they still are. They've persisted, and we're going to see those challenges emerge, or reemerge rather, in 2026.
LSU Ag Center economist Michael Diliberto says that financial imbalance forced many growers to make tough decisions just to stay afloat.
We've seen a lot of growers reconsolidate a lot of farm debt. Growers have worked through a lot of the working capital they have on their farms because commodity prices just weren't at a level needed to cover the cost of production.
It wasn't strictly doom and gloom. 2025 started with Louisiana Farm Bureau helping to secure disaster aid for crawfish farmers impacted by drought. But other major commodities like cotton, rice, corn, and soybeans faced heavy pressure even despite near record yields.
You could pay down a little bit of your direct costs, but it does not come close, even at record yields, to covering cost of production when you work in overhead, land rent, and machinery. So with the commodity price situation for cotton, and then for the other crops too, it's not a situation where a farmer could just yield himself or herself out of the situation.
Diliberto says global supply chain disruptions, trade uncertainty, and lingering impacts from the Russia-Ukraine conflict weighed heavy on markets.
And while producers are encouraged that the administration is seeking out and signing new trade agreements, there's still a lot of uncertainty that's sitting on some of the markets like soybeans that rely on the Chinese market in particular for a lot of our exports.
When the government came to a halt in October, the harvesters still ran, leading to a lot of uncertainty for farmers who depend on USDA loan centers to get ready for the next planting season. Fortunately, at the 11th hour, the USDA freed up some funds to reopen those offices. Then, once the government reopened, the Trump administration announced the $12 billion aid package. While helpful, it's still far from the $44 billion shortfall facing America's farmers.
Louisiana farmers were afforded a rare opportunity this year, an intimate conversation with the third most powerful person in our country, House Speaker Mike Johnson.
Johnson, joined by American Farm Bureau President Zippy Duvall and Louisiana Farm Bureau President Richard Fontenot, sat down with Louisiana Farm Bureau leaders to celebrate a major victory for agriculture, the One Big Beautiful Bill Act.
We're here today to celebrate the One Big Beautiful Bill for agriculture, but also to celebrate agriculture throughout this great state and Farm Bureau. With Speaker Johnson having only one day in August recess to visit his district, he invited agriculture to the table. Whenever you have this many producers across the great state, not only driving 4 and 5 hours, but it's harvest season. They're parking combines, they're parking tractors to come share their appreciation and support of not only what the Speaker's done, but what Louisiana Farm Bureau has done for them and carrying that message to come show him from across this great state what agriculture means not only to us but to him and the administration and to Louisiana as a whole.
Yeah, we're really excited to deliver the One Big Beautiful Bill for the American people. All boats are going to rise across the economy. All hardworking Americans are going to do better. But specifically in the ag and in the community with farmers and ranchers, they'll get a lot of assistance here. The commodity prices will be addressed. We're going to have a decrease in trade barriers around the world, so more American ag products and commodities will be shipped around the globe, and we'll have lowered tariff and trade barriers because the president is negotiating all these favorable trade agreements. But the tax piece is so important because small operators, small businesses, small farms will be able to expense a lot of their investments in growing their farms and adding more and more. So it's a good thing for the American people, a good thing for the ag community, and it's top of mind for the president and for all Republicans in Congress who will continue to work on it.
We think that everybody knows why we do and what we do on the farm, and that's not true. Less than 2% of us are on the farm doing that, and we understand it. But my time with the president President of the United States of America, the most powerful man in the world, proved to me our stories are important because he had question after question after question about why is the economy on the farm bad? Why do you need crop protection tools like pesticides? So he can understand. And you would think someone like him would understand, but then when I left, I realized that he's a real estate guy. Why should we expect him to know that? And that tells me that our stories are so important because with understanding of what we do and why we do it comes trust. And with that trust comes support. And what we need is people to support our food system so that we can continue to keep their pantries full and keep that national security that assures our country.
Food security is national security, and we are the people that produce and feed America. Our districts like mine, there's a lot of members of Congress who don't fully understand and appreciate that because they may not come from an ag district, and so we have an education challenge on our hands all the time. So it is top of mind for us. You have great leadership with Farm Bureau that are in Washington all the time. They hearing from their constituents makes a big difference, and so it's a full team approach. That coordination between all those elements is what's going to make us produce good policy, and we're really excited about what's ahead of us.
It's a bias we all have. When most of us picture a farmer, 9 times out of 10, we picture a man. But the reality is that women are just as essential to farm operations.
Whether they're tending to crawfish traps, driving tractors, taking care of the household, or just getting things done, we wanted to acknowledge some of the hardworking ladies of agriculture.
What do you think it means to be a woman in the ag industry?
I mean, I think it's gotten a lot more prevalent than it was, when we first started, because there really were no women and there were no women telling their stories. So along with all the opportunities we've got, for media and everything, we are able to tell our stories. And there's a lot more women in ag, there's few that even run their own farms, and I think it's a great opportunity for women, and I hope everybody steps up and takes that opportunity.
I've never known anything different. I have seen women in my family before me be hands-on, directly involved in production agriculture, and I've never known or seen anything different.
And everywhere I look, I'm sure you could probably sympathize with it. Everywhere that I look, I see strong, powerful women who understand that their role can be diverse. And again, my primary role is here and it's taking care of my family, but God has given us all gifts. And I think that as long as I'm prioritizing my family first, opportunities to use that gifts will come. And this is where it is right now. But everywhere I look in the Farm Bureau Federation, I see strong women.
Especially when I got involved with the Louisiana Beef Industry Council, my council of 9 members, 10 if you include the commissioner, at most there would be one other woman around the table with me. More often than not, it's one woman, and it's me.
And there are aspects of it where really there is a little bit of a difference with men and women, where I have to do things a little bit different physically, right. That could be slower. Sometimes I make a step stool into my truck to grab stuff. It's little things that I address. Like, I have a whole pack of leverage tools in my truck so that I can turn things and do things myself. A cheater pipe is I have to have one at all times just in case. Basically anything for leverage you can use. It's stuff I don't know. Other people don't think about having to struggle with it. Yes, in terms of just regular mechanical work, people have to do that often, but maybe not as often as I have to. I have to bring my little...
I think that's very safe to say.
I have to bring my little gloves everywhere because I don't have as strong of a grip sometimes. It sounds, feminine when I have to say things like that, but it's
a reality.
Truth. It's the truth. It's how it is. Sometimes I do things differently than other people, and things are a little bit more difficult, but I still get them done.
A big part of Louisiana Farm Bureau is getting younger people involved in agriculture. What better way to do that than to get them cooking?
TWILA's Josh Meeks headed to Kaplan High School last winter, where students made a chicken gumbo, literally from scratch.
It's cold and gloomy outside Kaplan High School, but these pots and pits are hot and spicy.
Time for the wings!
The CTE, or Career Technical Education program, gives kids who normally wouldn't get to experience agriculture a hands-on taste of farm life. Today, that means cleaning and cooking chickens that they raised right here at the school.
So far, we've done chicken processing, we've cut them up, different parts. We've killed the chickens, let it bleed. They've plucked the chickens, gone through the process of boiling it, and laid them out on the table. We've made gumbo. The students made the roux for the gumbo. We diced the onions, bell pepper, celery. Everybody's just trying to have a good time.
Senior Audie Bajeron has taken on a leadership role, helping his classmates understand which parts of the chicken go in the gumbo pot and which parts don't. It's not a job for the squeamish.
I was actually more surprised with that because I was expecting people to be like not really into it, but a lot of people's been helping. They've been jumping to the table, helping cut up and helping pluck the chickens and whatnot. I mean, we've had a few people who didn't really like it, but that's gonna happen.
The term bones and all is appropriate here. It may not be pretty, but this is what feeding families across Louisiana looks like.
This is gross.
At first, sophomore Sydney McDaniel wasn't too thrilled about cutting up chicken parts, but she quickly got over it.
It feels kind of weird, honestly, but it's really not that hard because they scorch the big feathers off, so it's really easy to peel off.
She says this program at Kaplan got her interested in pursuing a career in agriculture, a world she typically wouldn't have experienced. She says self-reliance and sustainability are important.
Especially if something happens to where I can't afford it, all of a sudden I don't want to be stressing over groceries because vegetables and fruits, produce are really the most expensive things to buy. So if I can cut down on costs and do that myself, it'd be a lot easier.
Looks good.
It's not just gumbo today. Erin Lee is teaching them how to make cracklin, while Josh and John Andrus are showing the kids how to process and cook boudin. All year, these students have been learning the importance of farm-to-table production.
One of the things that we really strive to do here, and something that we do so well at our school and in our community, is really giving a connection for our students to their foods, where they come from, with the rich farming, fishing communities that we have here. We have so many resources that are readily available to us.
Family and consumer science teacher Caitlin Barris from North Louisiana says she's learning alongside her students.
I made my very first dark roux yesterday in preparation for this.
Once the pots are turned off, it's time to eat and party.
It's a good experience for people who don't live on farms or anything. They get to see what it's like, see if that's a way that they want to live and raise their family. So I think I'll do it when I get older. At least have some chickens, definitely.
Still to come on TWILA, it's one of the biggest Native American parties in the state. We'll take you to the powwow after a break.
Plus, a year of feasting on agriculture, some of our favorite dishes, and favorite moments of 2025.
You're watching This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, the only TV show bringing Louisiana farmers and consumers together every week.
A powwow is a celebration of Native American culture, and no celebration would be complete without food.
TWILA's Neil Melanson traveled to Kinder as the largest tribe in Louisiana uses agriculture to honor their culture.
It's called the Grand Entrance for a reason. With more than 500 dancers present, the exhibition hall at the Coshada Casino in Kinder is full of exuberant dancers celebrating their culture. Tribe member Krista Williams says the annual event is a fun time with deep meaning to the Coshada people.
This is the 28th annual. It's very important to our culture to have the powwow in our homelands of Coshada tribe of Louisiana. And it provides us a place and a setting to celebrate all of our traditions, our culture, our language through dance.
No celebration would be complete without the food, and no powwow would be without fry bread. This staple provision emerged out of hungry times on the reservations post-World War II, but has become a symbol of the resiliency of tribes like the Coshada.
I get the flour, plain flour, all-purpose flour, and then add salt, baking powder, and water. And then you knead till you don't have any more flour in the bowl. And then when it comes out, we let it rest. I let it rest for about an hour.
Marjorie makes about 400 pieces of fry bread, one at a time. Her making the bread is about continuing the connection to her culture, keeping alive the original name of her tribe and language, Kaosati.
My great-grandfather which was the chief of the Kwasati. I don't know if he was the second or the third chief. They spoke Kwasati, and my dad, has been speaking Kwasati.
One of the more obscure arts represented here is basket weaving from longleaf pine needles. They blend seamlessly together in Lucia Alfaro's weave, but you can see on some of the ends where the pine needles attach.
This is all like traditional. This is contemporary. And then I evolved some of my grandmother's pieces. I would go look at it and study it, and I would evolve it out to kind of my way of I would see it.
This traditional craft that utilizes the environment of Louisiana is in danger of fading. Fortunately for Lucia, her daughter weaves as well, ensuring it continues another generation.
It's like 4 generations that I can link to directly, because I've seen some of my great-grandmother's work as well, so I've seen that, and I've had the opportunity to see it. And my grandmother has work around everywhere in the museums and Smithsonian.
As the dancers and drummers go late into the night, they'll be doing so as part of the patchwork of cultures that depend upon agriculture that makes Louisiana so special. Reporting from Kinder, I'm Neil Melanson.
Beef skewers, jambalaya, and pumpkin muffins, you know a lot about those. Those were just a few of the dishes we cooked up across our state in our Feasting on Agriculture segments.
I've had a blast meeting all of the farmers who grow our food and the people who prepare it. Here are a few of my favorite moments from 2025.
We're at Southern Maids Dairy, which is the largest goat dairy in Louisiana. And we're going to find out how this goat milk ends up from the goat to your table. So I've got the best cow calling tactics, and Landon hates it. Hey girl! And they pick their head up and they come every time. Hey girl! Anybody can hey girl!
Beef is what's for dinner, right?
What goes into producing a good cut of beef?
Management is the number one thing to success in any business. And it's the same with the beef business. And we have to care for the animals.
Why do you enjoy this work so much?
I love stress and I love excitement, and I don't like anything to be boring. I can't just stay sitting at a desk. It's not in my nature. I have to be moving, I have to be doing new things. So it entices me to want to do more.
It's rewarding because we spent all year growing them. Oh yeah. Ooh, ooh. Oh, he is ready though. He's good. Oh, this is a good one. I could do this all day.
This is number about 400 for me. Kristen's picked about 7 or 8.
That isn't.
Run along.
Kristen, we're at LSU for game day, and we're here to remind you that tailgates don't grow themselves.
Farmers do. Did you know that September is National Rice Month?
I did not.
Now you all know. I feel like we have room for 4. Who can say no to more beef? He put enough butter on this.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch. I've completely forgotten what we put in there. This is why I don't bake. This is a lot of work.
Smell it? Smell. Smell.
Notes of vanilla extract.
Yeah.
And we will catch you next week where we do another feasting from somewhere in your state.
Leave it to the professionals. Until next time, we'll see you feasting on
agriculture.
Feasting on Agriculture was brought to you by the Louisiana Crawfish Promotion and Research Board, Louisiana Crawfish, ask before you eat, and by the Louisiana Beef Industry Council, Beef, it's what's for dinner, and by the Louisiana Rice Promotion Board, think rice.
Still to come on TWILA, I never make mistakes. We're going to prove that right after the break.
Well, you just made a big one because we're going to see all of your bloopers up next. Stay with us. You can't have highlights without lowlights.
What's a low light?
Low light, highlight.
Oh, I
It's
can't have this anymore.
Opposite of a highlight, actually.
Oh, you mean a blooper? Yeah, we got plenty of those.
You might want to practice seeds to success because it's not easy to say.
Seeds to success.
Seeds to success. Seeds to success is. This is your fault, Josh.
Do you need to use this?
Don't need that for this.
We don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
we're making it up as we go.
Amateur hour over here. Now you remember?
I don't.
Cashata is one of the 4 federally
I'm not going to teach you because I don't know what I'm doing. I clearly do not know what I'm doing.
As TWILA's Josh Meeks.
Josh Meeks. Meeks would be his last name.
As TWILA's Josh Meeks. Your last name is stupid.
Are you trying to send a message with that shot, Josh? Did I just hear Carl admit that he doesn't know what he's doing?
Hey everybody, Carl Wiggers here. I'm the voice of the Louisiana Agriculture Radio Network. That's what I was about to say. I've never done a radio report in my life.
Get it together. I was gonna say, Teddy's not as bad as I am.
No, nobody's as bad as you.
The 2025 regular slur.
Welcome to the Louisiana Farm. That's off to a great start.
President Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping. Chinese President Xi Jinping. Chinese President Xi Jinping. Xi Jinping. Jinping.
We'll see you again next week on This Week.
What's the link? TWILATV.org.
TWILATV.org.
TWILATV.org. www.twilatv.org.
Yeah. Do you want to do it?
Well, now you've ruined the whole take.
God bless America. I might have pooped myself.
For all of us here at TWILA, thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again right here this week.
We'll be right back with more TWILA after the break. Was that too fast?
Oh, that was good. Was that you, Carl? You're fired.
Fire him! Fire him. I'm writing a report right now.
Well, on that note, see ya.
I would not fire you, Kristen. You're not fired, I promise.
Well, that does it for us in 2025. We'll be taking the next couple of weeks off for the holidays, but we'll be back with all new episodes in January, including the annual Farm Bureau Convention in Anaheim, California, where President Trump is expected to speak.
Until then, you can watch all of our stories online at twilatv.org. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on TikTok and Instagram. You can find all of these stories and more on where? Our YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications. That way, when someone crumples up paper and throws it at Kristen, you can see that too.
For all of us here at TWILA, thanks for joining us this year. We hope you have a Merry Christmas, and we'll see you in 2026.